Kavita ji, good morning, good afternoon.
Namaste.
Okay, great. So, அப்போ ஆரம்பிக்கலாமா?
நிச்சயமா.
Okay, great. Kavita ji, thank you so much for, I should say, blessing the podcast series. It's a tribute for ARR, sir. So, I have been extremely keen to have you part of this journey, and the journey is just about to touch 3 years on the 2nd of March. And I have been extremely keen to have you. You have no idea how much I have worked so hard to ensure that you're on it, and and the journey would have never completed without you in this. So thank you so much for, I wouldn't want to say accepting the invite, I want to say blessing the podcast journey, because it needed your blessings.
Thank you. Thank you. We all love ARR, all of us. We're all his fans. So I'm very happy to be here.
Of course.
To talk to you about him. Very, very happy. And I'm very happy to meet you too.
Thank you so much. Yeah, in fact, it's thanks for also making my little dream come true. So it has been a dream to have you in this journey again, as I said earlier. And then we have all, as an audience, as music fans, we've all grown up listening to your song, and we still do. And we rely on that magical tool called music whenever we are low, whenever we are high. And thank you for making everything possible for us to live a luxurious life in the musical world.
You know what? It goes to me too. Even when I'm low and when I'm not feeling okay mentally, physically, it's music that keeps us going. It keeps all of us going, keeps the whole world going. You know, whichever profession you are in, I don't think without music we would have been a little, probably as good as animals. Maybe even animals love music. I shouldn't say that, probably. Animals and plants also love music. So there's nobody in this being who doesn't love music.
True. Yes, indeed. And Kavita ji, before I dive into a lot of topics relating to the ARR world, there is one specific topic that I definitely wanted to talk about. And I won a white shirt. Do you have any guesses why I'm wearing a white shirt? I'm always
wearing a white shirt. Always in white? Are you always in white?
No, I'm not always in white. I always wear a t-shirt for all my other 145 podcast episodes. But this specifically, I wore a white shirt. I'm sure you should be able to guess it.
I have no clue.
No? Okay. Then I'll show you a picture of my puja room, and that will be very evident for you.
Oh my God, Sai Ram. Amazing.
So this is my puja room here in Melbourne.
Nice, very nice. Sai Ram. So happy Baba is
So I want to start off by saying Sai Ram, Kavita ji. So it's like Swamis blessings. நீங்க சொன்னா நம்ப மாட்டேன் நீங்க, because just last week நான் இங்கே டிவி பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தேன், and then Swami's video was playing. One of my friends had shared a video clip, and then in that video it was more like Swami giving vibhuti to a devotee, and then that video was playing. And while that video was playing, I got a message from Rashmi, and I just want to get in touch, and then I want to schedule this.
So Baba connected us. Yeah.
So I still can't believe this, Kavita ji, and I'm it just so many ways I can feel his omnipresence, and so I feel extremely blessed again for the fact that another devotee comes into the series to offer blessings.
Me and my husband, for both of us, you know, and more than me, I'll say for my husband, there are so many moments where in music Baba has, you know, guided him and guided me also. And he's been with us through our musical journey, really, for both of us, both of us. And we were so happy that we were able to go to Puttaparthi after so many years for his birthday, you know. We hadn't been after his passing away, so it was a blessing it was so serene and beautiful still.
Right. Yeah, of course. And yeah, I would like to hear, I mean, any of the memories that comes to your mind. Of course, you must have plenty of memories interacting with Swami, singing in front of Swami. Anything particularly which is very vivid? Maybe even the first time you ever met Swami, Anything of that sort?
More than the first time, what I remember is that, I came once to sing in Parthi, not the very first time. Very first time I sang and left. But later on, much later on, I came back for a concert. And just the day before the concert in Puttaparthi, I got an extremely bad cold and I tend to be bronchial. So I kind of lost my voice. So when I came up on stage, I just sang. Somehow I croaked through one song. And then after one thing, I was crying a little bit, saying that here I'm in front of somebody not able to sing. So Baba understood. He came backstage to bless all the artists. So he said, "What happened? Why are you crying?" I said, "Baba, this opportunity to sing for you and I've not been able to sing. My voice is gone." So he just gave me vibhuti and he said, "Everything will be all right. You don't cry now. You have this continuously for 1 week." So I went home to Bombay. I took a flight back and had that for 1 week. And exactly a week later was his actual birth date, 23rd November. And that day I came back and we were all supposed to perform in a big group that day, all of us. And so I came back and sang for him, in that big stadium and finished singing. I could sing that day. And there was Suresh Wadkar and some other friends of us. We all came running he was sitting in the chula. So we came and he blessed me. So he said, why were you crying? Everything is okay, in your music, it'll all be okay. He told me that. And I remember, and after that, so you see, after that, I do tend to suffer from a lot of colds and coughs, and allergies. And through all this, I've been singing through all these years. And there are moments when it's like fighting a battle sometimes, trying to sing. And I've been professionally singing and fighting battles. That's what has been happening. But through all this, I'll tell you, it is like, Baba saying, why are you worrying? Everything will be all right. So I've been telling Baba, I'm not stopping, Baba, till I feel that you're telling me, okay, this is enough. You've had a long innings, now stop. So I'm still continuing. I still struggle, but I still sing and I'm still continuing to sing through all this. And I feel Baba's there saying, yes, you sing, no problem. You sing, So I feel he's given me a lot of courage despite all these odds, these battles. And I feel he's there, if I don't work with my music or something, I feel he'll frown and say, okay, you're not sincere, you're not working, I feel that he's like a father figure guiding me through all my musical career, from the time I met him.
Right.
Which was quite early in my career, It was after Hawa Hawaii, of course. But I sang randomly, but it was, I think, somewhere in mid-80s, then it became Baba's guiding me all through. A little bit of the late 80s, yeah. Late 80s.
Right. And any rituals before you go into the recording or something of that sort, Kavita ji, like prayer to Swami or something of that sort? Any specific rituals that...
Nothing like that. It's just small prayers which I say before I start singing on the mic. I'm learning the song. I've learned the song, everything, and I have to go to the mic and sing. There will be a prayer. That's it.
Right.
No rituals. I said, that's the liberty Baba has given us. He's just told us, you don't worry about liberty, about rituals. You just pray and you pray to me, everything is okay. He's never said, there are people who can do rituals. With my life, I really can't stick to rituals. So I'm not ritualistic at all. But I say those prayers verbally whenever I can.
Okay. Because I personally, not really ritual, but I'm probably more, I don't even know. I would probably call it ritual in my end. Before I leave the house, there are some specific Swamis pictures on certain walls. I need to touch all those and then step out.
Actually, my husband does that, and he has Swami's picture in his violin case. So before any concert, he will keep that. He will touch that photograph, or sometimes he will just take it out of the violin and keep it in front of him as he plays a concert.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Great. And also something that I would like to share. Very often, from time to time, I'll find flower petals on the floor, Kavita ji. I don't know. It'll come from nowhere. I can't even tell how. And then this has happened like 2 days ago.
I believe these things. I believe that this is happening, and this is Baba's way of telling you that, I'm still there. I'm still there with you.
Yeah.
Small things
And
that
and
happen.
also very recently, I was at a coffee shop here, and my coffee cup was something like this, which basically says "I love ARR." And I was sitting on the coffee bench, and then just about to sip my coffee. Believe it or not, a flower petal from nowhere, பக்கத்துல எந்த மரமும் இல்ல. It just came from nowhere, and there was a petal that came fell right next to the coffee cup.
Amazing, no? Yeah.
So
Great, great.
and also something that I wanted to ask you, is it just me or maybe others also find it? When you've obviously sung a lot of songs for Sir, ARR Sir, and interacted with him a lot over the period, and also being a devotee of Swami, have you seen any resemblance when Sir smiles and you see Swami in him? Or is it just me imagining it? Because when he smiles, I feel some sort of a
Never,
resemblance.
I've never thought about it like that. I must now probably look at it from that angle. But I know that ARR has a very, very sweet, serene smile. He has a very sweet smile. When he smiles, his face does light up, you know. And sometimes
Mm,
it's not even a full smile. He just gives a small little smile and his face lights up. That much I know. But I have never
yeah,
really connected the two. Maybe now I will. Now that you tell me, maybe I will look at it from that angle.
sure. And Kavita ji, as part of this podcast journey, a lot of fans connected with me, and then a number of fans are also Swami's devotees. And then this is just amazing how Swami has connected us all. So, particularly for the devotees and the fans who are also devotees, anything that you would like to say for them more from Swami's perspectives, or any of like the interactions that you had with Swami and the blessings that you could give to us all as fans, anything of that sort at all?
I don't, I'm not very profound. I can't say anything very profound. But the one thing I can say is that, you know, I've realized that in my journey of life, I cannot go through this journey of life without his blessings. So never can I ever think that I did this.
Hmm.
I sang this song. That word, like Swami said, that word I cannot come, you know, because the moment the word I comes, then you're kind of, there is this corruption inside you when you say it's I have done it. I always feel there the spiritual blessing that holds our hand when we are doing any work, when you're even when I'm learning a song, the ability to learn the song, the ability to be able to pronounce the words right, the ability to feel what the composer wants and to go to the mic and sing, all these abilities. If somebody is not holding my hand, if Baba is not holding my hand, if there's no spiritual blessing, if Lord Ganesha is not holding my hand, I don't think I can do it. So like Baba says, you know, that he says that if you remove I, then there is peace of mind. He's always said that. So I feel that I word is what should not, any Baba follower, any of us who's devoted to Baba, for us, the word I cannot come in our lives. It's not I ever. It's we, it's the blessings of divine. We are doing whatever we are doing. It's not our arrogance. It's not our capacity. It's He's guiding us. He's also giving us the capacity. That's what we have to remember. And we have to continue our work, whatever work we do, with a cheerful personality, remembering that they are there to, you know, take us and guide us. So I think as long as we are Baba's followers, I should not dominate our personalities. That's what I feel.
So beautiful, amazing. Thank you so much for this,
Yeah.
and we'll cherish this for sure. Kavita ji, coming into the ARR world, and of
Yes.
course, a lot of things to talk about. Meeting him for the first time, any memories, any vivid memories?
Of course, I met him in Bombay in St. Xavier's. There was a communication college where they had a beautiful studio, and he was there with Mr. Mani Ratnam. And the messenger, whoever it is, told me that he has come, and you have to come tomorrow at such and such a time to the studio to sing, and you and Shankar Mahadevan. And of course, after Roja, he was a phenomenon. And Dil Hai Chota Sa was a song which is, we all love that song.
Mm.
And I was really looking forward to, you know, singing for him. And I went to the studios, of course, and I saw this such a young boy. He was so young and so quiet and so shy, so shy. I mean, I don't think words would come out of his mouth. And then Shankar was there, and we were told to do some alaps, and of course he played it to us, and the way he sings a little bit like that, very casually he sang, and he told us what to do. And then with our experience, we sang those alaps. Shankar sang his part, I sang my alaps. This was all as part of the background score for Bombay.
Yeah.
And after the recording finished, I was taking my leave. And as I was taking my leave, they came out of the cabin, ARR and both Mani Ratnam and ARR.
Yeah.
So they looked at each other and they told me that, I said, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure meeting you and all that. He said, no, no. We just want to find out if it's possible for you to come to Chennai next week to do a song for this movie. And I said, of course I'll come. So he said, okay, we'll coordinate and we'll send you the ticket and you come. And that was my first meeting. And the next meeting was I went to Chennai. And I reached, I think I reached pretty early in the morning. And I was in the studio by 10:30 in the morning. And went to the studios and Mr. Murthy was waiting for me. Mr. Murthy was there and he took me into the studio and I wrote the words of Kuchi Kuchi Rakama. And I wrote the lyrics down and the track was played to me. So I marked out where all I have to sing. And actually, Mr. Murthy did the entire recording. He was there in the sound person and he conducted the entire recording and I finished the song. And after I finished the song, they went in. By that time, it would have been close to, let's say, 12:30, around 12:31, I'm sure. And I think Rahman works at night. And he gets up late, and I think that's the time he comes to the studio. So they brought him into the studio to hear the song. And he completely okayed it. He said, it's absolutely fine. So I told him, this is such a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song. But actually, at that point of time, I did not hear Udit's portion at all. I heard only my portion was played and only I sang my portion. So I had no clue how it was going to sound. So I finished the song and came out and he said, it's very, very nice. Then he said, no, you know what you do? You eat something now, take a break for half an hour. Then we'll do the next song. I was very happy. I said, for me, I worked on the principle in the film industry. From the time I worked with Lakshmikant Pyarelal and all these people, I would feel the best PR because those days we didn't have social media or anything to bring us in front of people. So the best PR was you sing a song well in the mic and you get called for the next song. That's the only PR you can do. Your work should be able to talk for yourself and that's how you should get work. And that's how we've all been getting work in my generation. I finished this. I was very happy that, okay, that means there is a positive vibration to my song. Therefore, I'm getting another song in the same movie. So anyway, I had thing. And then again, Murthy sir told me the words of Tu Hi Re. And I heard the Tamil version. I heard Chitraji and Hari's version. I heard and I knew exactly what the composition was. And now I wrote my words for Tu Hi Re. And I went to the mic and I was extremely nervous because there are two lines which are very high in that. Very, very high, in the antra.
True.
And the scale was also pretty high. So I was wondering, what will I do? Because, I suffer from bronchitis and sinus and I'm not a, very free person. Like some people can eat anything and say, I have a lot of issues. So I said, my gosh, if my nose doesn't work properly with those words, what will I do? Anyway, I sang the song to the best of my ability. And again, Murthy called AR inside.
Okay.
So, the whole song. And that's the time I first saw his gentle smile. He gave me a smile. He said, Kavita ji, can you possibly do those two lines again? I said, I did my best. It's very, very high for me. And I don't know what to do. Seems like beyond my range. So he said, no, that's okay. You just try. So then once I finished the song, then AR came in and he told me to sing the lines again. And I told you, I told him, then he said, no, you try.
Was it those two lines, Kavita ji, which were high?
In Pyar Ki Rahon Mein, those high lines in the antra.
Right. Okay.
सौ बार बुलाए सौ बार मैं आऊं, then the in प्यार की, that line that goes up. So then I looked at him, then I said, okay, then he was in the recording, what do you call it,
Recording
the booth, and he
console.
was with the console. And he said,
Yes.
okay. And he smiled at me, his very sweet, shy smile, as usual, which is so charming. And then I took a deep breath.
Hmm.
That's where all the spiritual blessings, everything. And I started. I think I sang it once, then I cut it myself, and I think I sang it again. And when I finished the second time, he said, okay, that's it. The console closes. So then the magic happens afterwards. When the song is about to be released and then you hear the song, because that's where you actually hear the song. It's all in bits and pieces. You've done your bit and pieces. You don't know who, I don't think I heard Hari's line at all in Hindi. I heard only the Tamil version, and I heard my portion. I don't even know what Hari is going to do, or whether he's already sung, nothing. And then I went back, and later on, when the film was ready and the songs were coming to the market, that's the time I heard, and I couldn't believe what he had done with the sound. Everything was so beautifully enhanced. And I heard my high lines and I said, oh my God, did I sing it with so much ease? It was amazing that he could give me so much courage to, after that, I must tell you something. After singing those two high lines, though I had sung Hawa Hawa and everything before that, I had sung a few songs in the market, quite a few songs, because this was 93, 94, right? And I had sung Khuda Gawah, I had sung so many movies. But after that, I really got courage that I can do a lot of high lines. I never felt scared after that. I said, okay, if I can do these two lines, I can do it. The Z scale also I can do, because I always used to mentally tease ARR saying that, oh, he sings in a Z scale. It's so his range is so high. So it was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. And I must say, I hardly exchanged few words with him, because he was very, very quiet. And it's later on through the years now, he does speak a little bit now, but those days he was a very, very quiet, very shy person, and I think his smile spoke for him more than anything else.
True. And also, did you see?
And he was one person, I must say, that who is not given to gossip. I've never heard him talking detrimental about anybody. Never heard him talking about anybody else. It's him, his work, and his artist in front of him. He's a person who's very, very non-gossip and very, very straightforward person. Very, very straightforward person.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely agree. And now that you have met him recently, and since you mentioned the fact that he's always been a shy person, always, did you see a change in him when you met him recently for your recent collaboration?
Recent collaboration was actually more with... you must have heard the conversation piece that got done with my husband and his children and my child. Yeah. So that recording, actually, I could not go, so I didn't meet him then. So it's been some while since I met him now. I've not met him very recently. But slowly, as I did the other songs, and I did Tal, and I did Pukar, and I did the other films, he would still, once in a while come and sit and speak a couple of sentences and say, Kavita ji, how are you? And then when we were in London for Mangal Pandey, I had to record it in London in a studio there at night, late night. And so when we were traveling in the car, we were talking to him and asking him about how it has been working with Andrew Lloyd Webber. That time he was working at that thing. So he was very cheerful, and he said, yeah, I know it is a very different system working here, and I enjoy working here. And he was saying a few things about technically and all that. That's the only time I kind of heard him speaking a little more, But he's always been I think he's more on the quieter side. He's more an inward-looking person. That's what I feel about him,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
That is the strength of his personality. That's the strength of his personality.
Yeah, agree. And Kavita ji, as a professional singer, as you go and sing and come back home, so you actually don't get to hear the track at all until it gets released. And I'm asking in general, is that how it is? Like, you don't get the pre-release track or something?
Not really. That was much later in the mid-90s, I would say. From 93, from 94, 95 onwards, those things used to happen. Till almost till 90, till 1991, we used to record till 90, used to record the songs live with the orchestra.
Correct.
So when you record live, you go to the booth after the recording is finished, the whole song is played. Musicians, your male singer, all of you are doing the song. So I get to hear the entire song. Only what I don't hear is the final finish where they probably added a little delay and reverb, because there was no apps those days, no pitch correction apps. So what you sang was only thing they could do is add a delay or a reverb to it. So I knew exactly how it's going to be. And even for Love Story 1942, I sang all the songs, though it was 93, 94 when I recorded the songs, I recorded with the full orchestra. I recorded the full orchestra, and maybe if there was one line that was not okay, then maybe I did that antara again. But I could hear the whole song after the recording was over. But somewhere in the mid-90s, what happened is sometimes I would sing my portion first. The male singer is doing his portion later on. Let's say Aankhon Ki Gustaakhiyan. I did my portion first. I don't know if I heard Shanu's portion. I don't remember. I don't remember listening to his portion. So I did my part separately. And when I finished my part, sometimes a recordist, like it's already taken an hour, everybody has to go for some other work. So I don't get to hear the whole song, So there were a lot of songs where I sometimes didn't even, a lot of times where music director would first take the female voice. Male voice would get recorded later, they've gone for a concert or whatever. So there are a lot of times I would hear the song only after it's completed and it's already in the market, That happened, let's say mid-90s onwards. But till before that, we were able to Khamoshi also, I could, Khamoshi, what happened? Khamoshi, Khamoshi also, one song, Mausam Ke Sargam, was recorded fully live. Then another song was also dubbed.
What about Aaj Main Upar?
Aaj Main Upar, I heard only my portion. I finished singing. I went and the entire track, I dubbed on the track. So I could hear the track and I could hear my portion. But the male singer had not sung at that time.
Okay.
Now, but with Rahman, with Mr. Rahman's songs, what I will call him ARR, like everybody does. Mr. Rahman doesn't sound as good as ARR. Well, with ARR, what used to happen is there are certain songs like Pukar, Sunta Hai Mera Khuda, or Kesara. You go to the mic, and sometimes there are only chords playing, only the required chords, because the track is not completed. He's probably looking at what the singer is going to do. He's probably going to make a track more compatible with that. So just the few chords that are necessary to give me support for the voice would be there. Then you sing the lines and he would say, can you sing it a few more times, as many ways you would like to do it? So Ke Sarar Sarai, I sang it a few times where I felt maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. And I would record, he would just quietly record. And later on, he would mix and match. And finally, when the song comes out, it's like magic. So much of magic in the song.
So, once the track has released, and that's when you actually got to hear the fully produced track, I'm sure you must have been blown away with the production of it. And have you had a chance to actually ask him or tell him anything about any of your previous songs that were recorded and came out, and then any of that sort at all? I know your interactions has been very minimal. I completely understand.
Yeah, but no, never. Because, sometimes, like I'll tell you, sometimes for some other people, I've sung songs, and when they've come in the market, I felt, oh God, they haven't really mixed the voice very well. I wish the voice had been a little more rounder. It's sounding too shrill, or it should have been the delay is too much, or the reverb is too less, or it's too dry. I have felt it about a few other people's songs, but with ARR, never, because he's a master. He knows in that particular song how the voice has to be projected, where the orchestra should stop, where the voice should come in. Everything, like certain alaps will be just very light in the background, just to give the effects. So I have always feel he's been a master he's a master in production work. So he's beyond expectations. Most of his songs, whether I think of, especially Mangal Pandey, Tumhari Adaon Pe. That song, I really feel, I sang it at 2:30 at night
Mm,
in London. 2:30 at night, I went to the mic, and maybe I sang till 4:30 in the morning. And
yeah,
at that time, your voice cannot be your best. But
correct.
whatever I sang, I sang. But what he's done with the song is marvelous. When I heard it, I couldn't believe it. I said, did I really sing? I mean, for once, I really well. Did I sing so well? Really, it sounds so nice. So he knows he knows what he wants, and he knows how to get the best from his artists. And
Right.
another thing, he is so peaceful in a recording. Except for that sweet smile, he'll never get angry, never feel distress about what you're doing in the mic. He might gently say, maybe this line you could repeat it. It can be a little better. Maybe something
Mm,
gently he might say that. But he never gives any negative feelings to an artist that you go to the mic and you're nervous and you feel you can't do it. Those kind of things. It's always a positive vibration because he's a very positive person. He gives very positive vibrations. And I feel that's very, very important. When I go to a studio and I'm working with a few people, a music director, there have been times when I've got very negative vibes from a music
mm,
director.
yeah,
And I've done the song and I want to run. You know what I mean? I want to finish the song and run from there. I don't want to
yeah,
stay even a minute.
true.
But with Rahman, with ARR, you feel, my gosh, it'll be so nice to sit in his company and just chat and feel what does he want, like ask him questions about his music, because there is so much of positivity in everything he does. He's a
So
blessed
good.
child. He's a blessed
Oh,
child.
very well said. Yeah, indeed. And Kavita ji, there is also a certain aura in his studio, and I'm
Yes.
sure you would be able to describe it. What comes to your mind when you imagine yourself being at a studio?
That's what I said. The order is positive. And even the
Yeah,
people around him, his staff, his people, they're
yeah,
all of them from Sridhar ji to Murthy ji to Shiva, everybody. Those
mm,
days when I was there,
yeah.
very often I used to go to the studio. It's been a long time since I've sung for him
Mm.
now, of course. After Mangal Pandey, I haven't done
I'm
anything.
sure it'll happen very soon.
Yeah, all God's will. I told you, we are all Baba's people. Whatever he says in life will happen. I don't,
Yes.
God has given me too much for me to ask for anything more. He has given me beyond. I never thought that I will be a playback singer and I will sing so many 20 more than 20,000 songs in my life. I never even imagined it. So whatever he's given me, thank you. I have no greed for any. But
But
if he
we as
calls me
fans
and
want more and
if
more,
he
Kavita
calls
ji.
me and he plans and I sing and when he calls me, I should be able to sing very well. If I do that, then what can be better than that?
I'm
But
sure.
that's the thing that we were talking about. All the people around him are also, he has chosen people around him who are very, very positive. They're all lovely people, like from
Yeah.
Sridharji, Murthy, Shiva. They were all so warm, so affectionate.
Mm.
So I think that's what it is. It has been, shall I say, his songs, singing for him has been milestones in my life. Even there are songs like that song that movie that I really like very much, Nazron ke milne se,
Oh, yeah.
like you, Halchal. It's one of the sweetest songs I've ever sung. And then Mudalwan song, all the songs I've enjoyed every song I've sung for him. And in every song, I feel that he has, and not only for me, even for other artists, I feel he gets the best out of every artist.
Mhm.
No artist walks out of the studio feeling that, it was not my best.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Is it fair to say, me as a music fan, ARR fan, and of course your fan too, Kavita ji, I always feel, or I'm sure the other fans will also agree, that special songs are reserved for you, because back in the days when we had cassettes, CDs and all those days, I used to look at the credit list. Bangalore Lada, I used to go to Music World on Brickett
Uh,
Road and
uh,
or Planet M. அங்க போயிட்டு
uh,
அந்த when I get the CD or cassette, I
uh,
would look at the credit list, and so
uh,
if I see, okay, Kavita Krishnamurti ji is there, okay, right, this is going to be a special song, because there will be that one song I'm sure that will be a cracker. But it could just be me pursuing it, but I feel that of course all the songs that you have sung are gems. For me, I feel that special songs he has reserved for you.
Thank you. If you feel that, I'm so grateful. But I've always felt that he knows my voice very well. He told me that when he was young, I used to sing a jingle on with a jingle that used to come on the radio, which was recorded for Mr. Vaidyanathan, and Mr. Ashok Patki had arranged it. It was Purab Se Surya Uga. He said, Kavita ji, in Bombay, he told me when I first met him at that communication, he said, the way I heard you and called you was because this song has registered in my brain and I love the way you have done this bhatiyar. He told me that. And I think he knows my voice. So every song you've given me, you see, it is within my range and it falls into, but also at the same time, there are songs which I will not be able to sing, like Ke Sara Sara. He has also experimented by making me sing those kind of songs, like Ke Sara Sara, Sunta Hai Mera Khuda.
Yeah.
So it's like out of the box, So I really feel that I've some of my best songs in my... Tu Hi Re was definitely out of the box for me. I'll tell you why. Because I sang, that was one year, 1994, when I sang, whether it was the same year or somewhere 93, 94, 95, within those 3 years, I sang Bombay. I sang Love Story 1942. And there was another song, Tu Cheez Badi Hai, Tu Cheez Badi Hai, Mas Mas. And just before that, in 92, 93, it was not, 92, 93 was not a very good period for me because I never got very good songs at that point because it was mostly T-Series and Nadeem Shravan songs. And for them, Alka was their voice, not me. So, and it was every other film was Nadeem Shravan, So I never got very good songs. I got songs, but they were not the best. So I was feeling a bit low, saying what to do with my singing. And that's the time when I got Bombay. And I also got Love Story. And I used to keep thinking, why is it that I get a lot of item songs, but romantic songs don't come my way? When it's romantic, it used to be either Anuradha Podwal or Alka Yagnik. Romantic songs hardly came my way.
Right.
And I used to feel maybe there's something about my voice. Then I would never grumble, because I knew that I was suffering from all this sinus and still I'm singing. I was grateful for that.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe my voice quality, because of all these reasons, didn't have the soft romantic quality that a romantic song requires. And that's the time I got Tu Hi Re. How did Rahman know that I can sing Tu Hi Re? Because I sang Kuchi Kuchi Rakama for him, which is an entirely different kind of song, more like a Gita Dutt kind of range. And I did the alap. I said, why did he not call Alka Yagnik, or why did he not call Anuradha Podwal? Because they were the singers who were in the top, who were my colleagues. Or Chitra ji could have also sung the Hindi version. Why me? I keep thinking. I was thinking that. And I sang the song and I went back. It's one of that and Love Story were one of the first few romantic songs which came my way, which made it big. You know what I mean? I had sung some romantic songs before, but which didn't really make it so big.
Yeah.
These songs made it big. So he could definitely see that there was something in me that I could have sung a romantic song like that.
Of course.
So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to ARR for having tapped me for Tu Hi Re, because it stands out as one of the most remarkable songs I have sung in my life. There is not a single concert where I don't sing it. And if I don't sing it, I always have somebody from the audience saying, Tu Hi Re. I know for Hariji, it is a must. For Hari Haranji, it's a must because he also does a lot of innovations with that song on stage. So I would expect people to ask, but they ask me, Tu Hi Re. Always they say Tu Hi Re. And I always sing it and I love singing it.
So good, so good. And yeah, personally, it's one of my most favorite songs as well, Kavita ji. And then it plays on my daily playlist. There's one song that I definitely wanted to ask you about. And the song is Satrangire from Dil Se. And your portion was very tiny. And you had a talking portion in that too. And I'm just curious, in the briefing, like what briefing did he have to you before you walked into the recording? And
not much really. He said, like he didn't want me to say Ishq par zor nahi, Ishq par, like that. And I belted it out. I said, because Satrangire, Sonu's voice, how will that Ishq? And I generally tend to, my voice is a little on the thinner side when I speak. I said, how this Ishq Nahi will sound so ineffective. So he said, no, you whisper it. And I whispered it. He says, can you make it a little louder? And I did it as much as I could. I did it as loud as I can. And then he liked it. And then I had no idea how effective it is going to be. Then those alaps.
Yeah.
The alaps, he told me, I did it the way, he told me it's within the scale and within these notes.
That's also a very complex one, Kavita ji, like that.
Yeah, but he guided me through the whole thing.
Yeah.
He always guides. He knows what he wants, and we can't do random alaps. He will sing. He will sing it like the way he sings, and then you do it like that. But finally, actually, when the song came in the market, and after Sonu had sung it, and I saw how my voice had been used, I thought it was absolutely a very, very intelligent way of using. It's a very small portion, but you know how effective it is in that song.
Yeah, indeed, absolutely.
If you remove it, there is something which will fall less in that song.
100%. Completely agree.
Whereas there are some songs when you remove the alap, it still sounds okay. Or if you do, but in this song, he has so effectively used it. So, I've had people coming and telling me that they like it. I saw Satrangire Sonu's song, but I've had so many people after that time coming and telling me, oh, we love what you did in that song.
100%. Yeah.
That shows how intelligent a music director he is and what a clear picture he has of the song. That's why he's a great music director. That's why he falls into the league of great music directors.
Yeah.
Yeah. We would think of Panchamda like that, and he falls into that league of Panchamda and all these people where they have a vision of what their song should be.
Yeah, indeed.
Like Pyare Bhai knew when he did an arrangement how the alap should come in a song. Pyare Bhai has that vision in a song. Lakshmi ji used to compose the song, but Pyare Bhai, when he did the arrangement, he would say like, this song requires an alap here.
Wow.
That's what it is. I think ARR has the same kind of vision in a song.
So amazing, so amazing. And Kavita ji, there's one more song, and this is a song that Subhash Ghai ji had also specifically spoken about. Not that he spoke about this particular song, but he spoke about it more generally. He said, when you work with ARR, you don't really know what is about to come. The song will start really slowly, and then comes a bang, and then it takes off to a whole new level. And this song is Ishq Bina from Tal. This song, it drives me nuts, Kavita ji. Especially me as a fan, if I had to go buy a new pair of speakers or headphones, especially in the where the beat starts, and that is like a testing thing for the new speakers. And I'm sure there must be some memories attached with this song.
In this song, I remember Subhashji's smile because
Okay. So he was there at the recording.
Subhashji was there, right there in front of my booth. This is my booth. ARR is there in the console. Sometimes ARR himself used to do the songs in the console. He used to actually conduct and tell you what to do. So he's there, and Subhashji is right outside my booth standing. And I was a little embarrassed because he's literally watching my face when I'm singing. But he had a smile. And I asked him, in fact, I asked him after the recording, once in a while, I said, Subhashji is okay. And he was smiling, so I felt he was okay. He told me, Kavita ji is not smiling because of that. I was smiling. I was just thinking, आप लोग कहाँ बॉम्बे में 12-1 बजे गाकर 8 बजे घर जाके 9 बजे रात को खाना खा के सो जाते हैं, अगले दिन रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए रेडी हो जाते हैं, और यहाँ आप रात को 10:30 11 बज गया, माइक पे 11 बजे आप 11 बजे रात को गा रहे हैं ये गाना. आपको कैसे बदल दिया इसने कि आप रात को गा रहे हैं और पूरा हिम्मत से गा रहे हैं आप. कहीं भी आपको you're not thinking of resting or sleeping or pelting the song out, and he's saying, I'm smiling because of the energy levels you all have because of him. He's looking and saying, because of it, you all have so much energy.
So
levels.
amazing.
So that is what it is. I remember, and I told him, yes, I know he has taught me how to stay awake at night and sing. And again there were free bars.
Right.
Ishq Bina, that's the first lines. There were quite a few free bars, and I really, at that point, I had to decide what variations I wanted to do. So there again, he kept on singing. He just kept on recording. Some those little things that I did in the song, he would keep on. He kept on recording. So I had to time myself well before the chorus line starts. I had to finish everything within that thing because it's like free singing. But he allowed me to sing freely, and then I think later on he would have shifted the chorus. I'm not sure he would have shifted the chorus to fall exactly where I finished. So there was again a lot of comfort zone because though the composition is his, he gave me the freedom to improvise a little bit here and there and do what I want. And he allowed me to sing what I want and then brought in the chorus. And again, there again, it was some high notes also in that as you go high and open throated singing and all that. And it was very, very beautiful because I was not constricted. I had the freedom. I had the freedom to do what I want, and he allowed. The thing which is very special about him is his composition is there. Like that song. That song that I sang. प्यार ये जाने कैसा है, क्या कहे ये कुछ. The song, the composition is there. He's given me the composition, and he allows me the freedom to do what I want. But if there is something that I do which is not part of his style, he'll tell me, can you change it? This is not going to fit. It's not that he allows me to sing a song which is totally Kavita Krishnamurti. That Kavita Krishnamurti has to fall within ARR style.
Wow.
It's not that like I can say, okay, you send me the song, I will record it at home and send it back to you. That cannot happen with him. He has to be there because it has to fall within his daira. That's what I like about his singing, that it is his style. What I have sung for ARR, I will not sing for Lakshmikant Pyarelal, or I will not sing that same thing for RT. They have their own styles. But he has his own style and he tries to mold the singer in his own style. He makes them think like him. At that point in time, even if I'm improvising, even if I'm doing a few grace notes, it falls into his style. If I do anything which is not his style, he's not going to accept it. That's what I feel. He's a music director who gives you, it's like, this may sound funny. This may sound funny, but I'm saying it because I love dogs. Okay. I just love dogs. It's like my dog. I give him one of those long leashes. He goes on the road. He can go quite a bit, but I can pull him back, right? It's on a leash. So the song is on a leash. Yeah. It's not that Kavita does whatever she wants in a song, it'll be accepted by AR. That's not going to happen. It falls within his song. If I think I've explained it as best as I can. His style.
No, absolutely. And I loved your analogy as well because I have a dog and I was just smiling just because of that. I could relate.
Yeah, because I too had a dog, and those days I didn't know, but when I went to US, I was very happy to see a leash which allows a dog to go quite a distance, and then you can pull him back. So my dog could go quite a bit in the road, but then I pull him back. So I think that's a good analogy for ARR and his work with his singers. I hope he doesn't laugh when he hears this.
No, he loves dogs.
Anyway, he thinks I'm a dog. I'm very happy because I just love dogs. And I think when dogs live in a family and gets loved, I think it's one of the best lives anybody can have.
Indeed, absolutely. And there is another song that I wanted to touch on, Kavita ji. Not sure many people would go specifically pick on that, but this is an album I very vividly remember. Of course, back in Bangalore, there was this little music store on Dispensary Road in Bangalore, and Chinna Kada. Anga poit, I remember getting the Doli Saja Ke Rakna album. And I still remember. And Bol Sajni, Mori Sajni, amazing song. I used to go on loop like crazy.
Adila with the Sonu duet irundadilla.
Ama Sonu. Correct.
Which song was that? This Mori
Sajni. Bol Sajni da.
Mori Sajni. Yeah. Though I don't think, I don't know whether the film did very well or whatever. So the song didn't become a big love, but very nice song. Very, very nice song. Actually, I must go, now that you've told me, I must go to the YouTube and hear it. Romba Varshama, I have not heard this song. I'll go back and hear it now. Yeah. Really.
And this song got remade in Tamil and all that. But however, I absolutely love the original in Hindi. And beautiful song.
Beautiful song. Really,
and it's a beautiful soundtrack too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful soundtrack. And in the Mari, like rendu moodu songs, I remember one, of course, I told you,
Mm. Mm.
song that I told you, Nazron Ke Milne Se. And there's another very nice song I sang for him. Ek ladki thi,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember that song. What a
Yeah.
pretty song it was. Very, very pretty song.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
those are songs I wish. Sometimes I feel this Ek Ladki Thi. Maybe I'll take courage and sing it on stage one day. So different.
You should. And you know what, Kavita ji? You should do this when you come to Australia. But I know,
Right
but it
now,
is a Pyare Lal.
also, right now, of course, I'm coming for Pyare Bhai's tour. But sometime when I come to Australia, I should do all these very, very nice different songs on stage. True.
We all fans together, we're going to get you over here just to do all these songs that you otherwise don't get to perform on stage, but
Absolutely.
exclusively just for Australia fans.
You send me a list and we'll do it for you, and I'll do it for you.
100% done.
Yeah.
This is a deal. And there are just a couple of more songs that I do want to touch on, Kavita ji. And this is Tumko from Rockstar. Iconic song. And
actually, you know what? I would say Tumko is one of the last songs I did for after Mangal Pandey. Tumko, I did it in Chennai for him. Arey, what a song! What a song! And you know what? There again, I didn't know how it's going to sound after it came in the market. I just love the way he has used my voice in that, because I did there when I recorded again. There it was Tumko Pahiliya. All that happened. But then I didn't know what the music arrangement is going to be because I just got the chords. Just got sa, sa, pa, sa, whatever it is. Whatever chord is required in the song, that's all I got. And I sang it like a ad-lib, whatever. And then finally, when I heard this song, because it's so different from anything I've sung before. So different from what else. I just love that song.
Yeah,
I'm so
absolutely.
grateful he gave me such nice songs he's given me. I'm so grateful for that. There again,
as I said earlier,
all this again, it's not something which I did. It is just at that moment, I'm destined to do it. God knows I'm going to be with ARR on that day. I'm going to be in the studio at that time. दाने दाने पे लिखा है खाने वाली का नाम, गाने गाने पे लिखा है गाने वाले का नाम. That's
wow, nice one. Yeah, correct. Nice one. And either like with your interactions with him, is it like English or Tamil? Like, what do you speak to him? Like,
English,
just generally, doesn't have to be
quite a lot in English.
Okay, yeah.
Tamil but I would also speak to him in English and English. Mostly I think he used to speak in some words in Tamil, but quite a lot in English also. And he'll say, like simple things, he'll say, sharptacha, and like, have you lunch sharptutela? Sorry, now let's or he'll say, in work half an hour work, you get the song ready, and I will come back to you and record in half an hour. Meanwhile, you can just work on the song. The songwriter is there, he'll give you the lyrics. Patient point. But then he'll come and he'll say, Kavita ji aarambikkalama, something like that, simple.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah. And also to a certain extent, I'm so much older than him. I'm a next generation. So he always.
You're still very young at heart, Kavita ji.
Yeah, but he still showed me the respect, which like after Lata ji, Asha ji, I'm the next generation for him. So he would speak with a lot of respect.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, sorry, you were saying something?
No, just it.
Yeah, and idu Tamil rhythm movie la indu Kaatre, and that's another beautiful track. I would love to hear any of the memories attached to it, like when you went for recording, briefing, that particular song. It's magical.
Nothing special because the songwriter had to, na romba Tamil peshna kuda சில போது எனக்கு இப்ப சென்னையில பேசுற தமிழ் எனக்கு அவ்வளவு புரியறது இல்ல. நம்ம பேசுற தமிழ் நான் இப்படிதான் தமிழ் பேசுவேன். I speak Tamil like this, but some of the words are very difficult and different for me. காற்றே நீ வாசல் வந்தாய் மெதுவாக துள்ளி வரலாம் words எனக்கு தெரியாது. I don't know those words. So the songwriter would also be there. Then he would correct my pronunciation. So for me, I had to be a little in check because I had to focus on the words. It's not like Hindi words where I knew the language very well. So when I sing Tamil words, I had to focus on the pronunciation also.
Right.
So it used to take me some time to get into the song. But he was very chill. He would give me enough time to do all those things. But there was not extra conversation or anything. So, sometimes, because of Hindi singing, I would have a habit of Hindi singing, like konja jasti staccato singing undu. Tamil with Rahman, with ARR, it's a little more legato, a little lazier, longer phrases. In Hindi, it's Dil ne kaha chupke se, but it's ni vasal, a little more legato kind of singing. So there are a lot of things which were new to me when I sing in Tamil and all that. But I can only say that he was very, very patient. He gave me sufficient time to be in front of the mic. And if I was coughing and I needed to have a glass of water, because I had, as I told you, I'm always been he would give me enough time to clear my throat and, sing the way I want to. So all these things, in general, compared to any other music directors I've worked with, I'm not talking about music directors in Lakshmikant, Pyarlal, R.D. Burman's time, because there used to be live recordings. Here now we've come to modern technology and dubbing. He is one person who has always been very relaxed, very sweet, very positive, making the singer sing, his song, but with freedom with a leash,
Right.
So when I entered the studio, by the time I knew how he is, so I was totally relaxed. I've never had any tensions. I would feel, okay, if I can't sing that line at one go, these dubbing techniques are there. I can always redo the line, take a 10 minutes break and come back and redo it. It always helps. When you sing a line and you're struggling and it's not coming through, at that time, it's better to take a break, have some water, have a cup of tea, take your mind away from that, and then come back to the mic again and then do it. And it happens. Then you can do it. So these things, he gave you enough freedom. Sometimes in Bombay, it didn't work like that because Bombay, the tracks were made, the tracks were recorded, you're in front of the mic, the recordist is there, the producer is sitting there, and you always had this tension that you shouldn't take too much time, You have to do it. With some people, it was like that. But with ARR, it was never like that. It was like, you take your time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're ready, after half an hour, you say, I'm ready now. Can I come? Fine.
Amazing. So good.
Yeah.
And Kavita ji, there's one more song. What I wanted to specifically ask was, this is from Pukar Sunta Hai Mere Ko To. And obviously you would have heard Swarnalata ma'am's humming part at the start, right? Did you get the opportunity to actually meet her during the recording? Because obviously I wish she was around.
No. Everything, yeah. Swaria, it was.
Yeah, and I was just hoping that you had the opportunity to meet her.
No, I didn't meet her. There were two singers who I would have liked to meet. Is Minmini.
Right.
Chota sa. What has happened to her is tragic. And Swarnalata, two singers who I thought were amazing. And I thought if they had continued singing, they would actually in a way be voice of Rahman. You know what I mean? Voice of ARR. Yeah. They would have sung. I mean, they would have been trained under him, and they were young singers who would have really come up with extraordinary songs for him. It is just, this is where God's will comes in.
Right. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. And
another singer who is amazing, who has been amazing for most of the music directors and who's been amazing for ARR is Chitra ji.
Of course.
What she has sung, Kehna Hi Kya, there is not a single singer in this world who could have sung that song like hers. And there are so many songs of hers, I feel, for ARR that she has sung. There's another song which is sung with SPB in Tamil. Anjali, what is
Anjali, yeah.
Could there be anybody in this world apart from Chitra ji who could have sung like that? She is, according to me, she's a phenomenal singer. One of the most phenomenal singers I've ever met in my life. And one of the sweetest singers I've ever met in my life. One of the nicest ladies I've ever met in my life. she's also a blessed child.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, Kavita ji, are there any songs outside of all the songs that you have sung, any song that someone else has sung that you felt that it belonged to you? Or you could have, I'm not saying you could have done better, or I'm not getting into that area. I'm saying all along the
That's
lines.
not, no, that's not part of my temperament at all.
Right.
As I told you, Gane Gane pe likha hai,
Yeah.
Gane pe nahi. I can never think like that. And the reason behind that is I started my life dubbing songs for Lataji.
Right.
1978, end of 1978, there was a song called Batli Ko Chhod De, Sharab Ko Chhod De, which was a Hemaji film of Yash Johar. I don't remember the name of the film. That's the first song I dubbed. And from that day, almost 3 songs a week I used to dub for Lakshmikant Pyarlal for Lataji. Lataji used to sing the song for the movie and I used to sing it for the shooting. And this went on for many years, even till 94. Even Sur Sangam, which was a remake of Shankarabharanam, they kept 2 songs. I sang Dhanya Bhag and all that. But that Lataji song, Jaun To Hi Charan Par, all the songs I dubbed. So you see, after I dubbed and Lataji used to sing, that used to be my point of reference to see how certain lines she has sung it. That's how I learned a lot about singing. Look at her interpretation. So at that point of time, I never felt my voice should be kept. It was Lataji's voice. Lataji is my guru, her voice. How can I even think that my voice will be kept? So that thinking has not come into my personality at all because I have started this way. So if Alka has sung a song or Anuradha or Chitra has sung a song, I've always felt it's their destiny and it's their songs. It's never my song. My songs are what comes to me and I have to do best with it. But of course, there are times when I felt like I wish I had sung for Madan Mohan. I wish I had sung. I did sing for Salil Chaudhary, but I never sang for 3 music directors whom I used to love. Roshan Saab, Madan Mohan, S.D. Burman.
Right.
For 3 people I could not sing. So I have that sadness that I wish I could have sung for them, how much I would have learned from those music directors. But I've never felt that any song that my colleague has sung, I can sing it better or I should have sung. No. It's not part of my personality at all. Yeah. And it's not something that I'm boasting about, but it's because I've inherited this from my parents and I've inherited this from my spiritual blessings from Baba and all these, being with Baba and you learn. Jealousy and envy cannot be part of your personality. If you're a musician, it has to be out of your system. Otherwise, you're hindering your own progress. You're hindering your own personality. And this is what I have to tell every singer, every artist. If the younger generation wants any advice from me, I'll tell them this. You please look at your own work. You please progress in your own path. As far as other singers are singing, you listen to them, but wear blinkers. Never say that he's luckier than me or he's got this and I haven't got it. That envy, that jealousy should not be part of your personality because I'm not giving you a lecture, but it's very destructive.
Yeah.
Very destructive.
Agree. Great. And Kavita ji, like of all the songs that we have touched on, is there anything in the ARR space that you would like to talk about that I have probably not touched on, or something that you can think of? Anything, could be anything. Absolutely.
No, I think I
don't want to leave you with the thought that, we probably didn't get to speak this. I wish I had spoken about that. So I'm just trying to touch on a topic which we may not have spoken so far.
No, not really. About ARR, I think I have spoken a lot about his personality and how he has, whatever songs I've sung for me, how he has made me record, how he's made me feel comfortable, and how, though I'm much older than him in the studio, it was like being with a friend, and how I feel he has got the best out of me for that particular day. Whatever my best was, he got it out of me.
Yeah.
And I'm so ever so grateful to him that he gave me such wonderful songs in my career, and Tu Hi Re to top it in the list. And I can only say that I would like to bless him that he should continue in his musical path for many, many years with his genius. And I'd like to say that I am amazed at the way he did conversations. He redid Conversations with my husband. I think it is one of his finest works because it's the way he has played in it, as the way he has also arranged it. I just love the way he has done that song. And I can only bless him.
Hmm.
And I can only say that God give him good health, long life, and he continues with this positivity and contributes greatly to this world of music and artists.
So amazing, so beautiful, so amazing. And Kavita ji, the fans will kill me if I don't request you to sing at least 2 lines of any song. I'll leave that with you as an option. If you'd like to sing maybe 1 or 2 lines of any song, that's up to you. You can also say no, and I completely understand.
No, I'll try. As I told you, it's sometimes difficult for me, but I will try singing 2 lines. Okay.
Yeah.
100 बार बुलाए मैं 100 बार आऊं, एक बार जो दिल दिया, एक आँख रोए तो दूजी बोलो, सोएगी कैसे भला, इन प्यार की राहों में पत्थर हैं कितने, उन सब को ही पार किया, एक नदी हूँ मैं चाहत भरी आज मैंने, सागर को आई यहाँ, सजना सजना, आज आंसू भी मीठे लगे, आई रे लो मैं आई हूँ तेरे लिए.
Wow, so amazing. I don't know how.
Sorry, it's not my perfect, but still, whatever it is, yeah.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And do you go back and listen to your own songs, Kavita ji? Does it play on Spotify or like when at home? What's the day in your life
I
when
don't
you're
listen to my songs unless I have to prepare it for a stage concert.
Abdiya? Okay,
Honestly,
right. Is it because you get critical about it or like
that's what
Abdiya?
happened. Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? Also, I'm not comparing myself, but I've heard great music from my childhood. From Begum Akhtar to Amir Khan Saab to Kishore Kaponkar to all the great artists, and then I've heard Lata ji, and I've been on stage with Manada, and they're all perfectionists, and I've heard Rafi Saab. So every time I listen to my songs, obviously I know what condition I was in when I sang that song, so I tend to be a little critical, and then will say, I wish I could do this again. So unless I really, there are some songs which I, like if I had to listen to Tu Hi Re, I would happily listen because I really know probably it was my best. But there are so many other songs I wouldn't want to listen because I'm very critical. I feel like they've done better.
Right.
I must tell you something special about Lata ji. Like she's habit was she would sing in the studio. Once the recording got okayed, she'd pick up her handbag and leave. She never listens to her song.
Oh.
Nobody knows, but there are 2 conjectures. One, that she's such a perfectionist. She knows exactly how because most of her songs were done live in her generation.
Yeah.
So I heard one recording of hers when I went to just hear her when I was not a playback singer. That was for a film called Swami, Pal Bhar Ye Mein Ye Kya Ho Gaya, Rajesh Roshan's song. She picked up her handbag and she left. She didn't hear the song. Because she knows exactly how she's going to sound. She knows her voice. After it's recorded, she knows how it's going to sound. That's one thing. So she doesn't need to hear it. And the second conjecture is that she knows for that day what she has sung, it's her best. She cannot do better than that. So she knows I've given my best. So now it's time for me to leave.
Right. Wow. Okay. And
I've seen her myself picking up her. Rajesh Roshan was dancing with joy. He didn't think his song could sound like that. And O.P. Bansali Baba, who used to be, in those days, it used to be those acoustic, those audio kind of consoles, It's doing all those buttons. He's also singing away, and the song got recorded. I'm sitting with Hema Malini's mother, Jaya Chakravarti, who took me to the recording, and I'm just watching this Devi singing. She finished the song, and it was okay. Just took her handbag, left. There's a Mercedes Benz outside, and she left. She didn't listen to her song.
Usually, would it take a Kavita ji or it'll like...
That song was one take because the final rehearsal, மியூசிஷியன்ஸோட ரிஹர்சல் பண்ணிட்டு ஒரு ரிஹர்சல் ஆச்சு. செகண்ட் ரிஹர்சலே டேக் மாதிரி இருந்தது. Second rehearsal was a take. And when the first take happened, it was like unbelievable what she sang. You've heard the song. Pal bhar mein ye kya ho gaya? The way she sings kya ho gaya, and the words pal bhar ye, she has said the word sataye. Just see the word way she sang it. Other bag எடுத்துன்னு வெளில போயிட்டா. என்ன அதுக்கு மேல என்ன பாட முடியும்? Nobody can sing better than that. It was Saraswati has embossed that song.
Wow. Goosebumps when I hear it.
அதுக்கப்புறமா நான் நம்ம பாட்டெல்லாம் இப்படி கேட்டு நான் பர்ஃபெக்ட்னு சொல்ல முடியும். கேட்காத if I don't listen it's better ன்னு தோணும் சிலபோது.
Right. And then do you still keep
very candid? I'm talking to you very candidly.
Absolutely, yeah. This is exactly how it needs to be.
I'm holding no truths bad about what I'm saying.
100%.
All with my true feelings about what I feel about music.
Indeed. Absolutely. And thank you so much for this. And I also wanted to ask, like, do you keep up with the releases, Kavita? Like ARR sir, for example, his recent releases, any of the songs that has...
Sometimes, no, I don't so much. I really don't. But I do get to hear them somewhere in the early part of Jan. I do hear it because I'm part of the Radio Mirchi jury. So that's the time. But that too, it's not all the songs. We get the best songs and then we listen to them. And ARR always falls in the best song list. There's one new film. Was it Millie that he did now? Yeah. I like the songs. And then that's one, that boy has sung that song very well.
Millie, Sun Emily and the Pata?
Some South Indian boy, Sri Rama and more South Indian boy party on part. I liked it. It sounds like a South Indian name.
Right. Okay. So in the party illa Sun Emily.
Millie film da nenikkren. I'm not sure. I heard one I really liked.
Okay. And some of the non-ARR songs also plays on my playlist, Kavita ji. Like I'm a hardcore ARR fan, and 24/7 it's usually only Sir's songs, I have to admit. But there are certain songs that have kind of touched my heart, probably because like during my childhood it must have played on TV and it just connected with me instantly. And I don't know if you remember this song, Kuch Na Kaho Lende Achhi Lagti Ho. This is such a beautiful song, Achhi Lagti Ho, the one that you sang with Udit Narayan ji.
Oh, you reminded me of this song.
Do you want me to play it? This played even 2 days ago.
Yeah, oh Lord, yeah, please.
मुझे तुम चुपके चुपके जब ऐसे देखती हो अच्छी लगती हो, कभी जुल्फों से कभी आंचल से जब खेलती हो अच्छी लगती हो,
मुझे देख के जब तुम यूं ठंडी आहें भरते हो अच्छे लगते हो.
Beautiful. You have no idea how much I love this track.
Thank you. It's so nice. I'm just thinking that, all these songs had, because of the way they've been produced, and honestly, to tell you, I think to quite an extent, it's our real voices that have been projected. There were not usage of so many apps on the voices. So I feel emotion, everything comes out so much, so nicely, And the words were also, I don't know who wrote the lyrics. Was it Javed sir?
It's Shankar Mahadevan, SCL, so it is definitely Javed sir.
So these songs are written so well, and the the emotion of the lyrics also passed on so nicely,
Yeah, indeed. And another song is Wo Ladki Hai Kahan from Dil Chahta Hai. I'm sure that must be one of the songs that you perform on stage.
Sometimes, yeah, not always, but sometimes. But such a nice song.
Indeed. And then also Aaj Mein Upar also plays. It kind of it's so much. I mean, it's magical track. I have to be honest. And
Kamoshi, I think Jatin Lalit did one of their best works in Kamoshi. All the songs in Kamoshi are so beautiful.
Yeah. And Kavita ji, so you're coming to Australia very soon.
Yes, I'm there. I think I'm there on 22nd in Sydney.
Yes, and also in Melbourne.
Yes. You are in Sydney or Melbourne?
I'm in Melbourne. Kavita ji, coffee with me, please. Huh?
Will we
100%.
see you on 23rd? Okay, I'll tell you what. I am hoping to stay there at least for 2 days more because my
Super.
nephew is in Melbourne. My
Super.
nephew is in Melbourne.
Okay.
I want to spend some time with him because
Yes, yes.
I don't get to see him otherwise.
Okay.
So I hope you're
15
not.
minutes coffee, Kavita ji. Only 15 minutes.
After the show, 23rd,
Yes.
24th, I'm there.
Done.
24th,
Done.
I'll be there. Hopefully, we'll meet. And
Yes.
yeah, and I will. And somebody has to take me for a drive somewhere around.
I will, and then I will take you in the.
I've not seen Melbourne properly. I've seen that Phillip
Okay.
Island. I've
Okay.
seen that Phillip Island where the penguins come, but I have not seen the city very well.
Right.
So maybe
I can take you for a drive.
Sure.
And I can take it.
And if you're kind enough, can you let people know that Pyare Bhai shows are happening on 22nd, 23rd? Is it possible to do that in your thing?
100%. 100%. Yes. And this is the I love ARR car here, Kavita ji.
That's
And
yours?
this is mine.
Oh my God, amazing. You have to give me a ride in that car and I have to take a picture.
100%. 100%.
I will send it to ARR. I will send it to him.
I'm sure. He always smiles whenever he sees a picture of this. And and even the Indian fans here tend to take pictures whenever they see the car. So
I'm also a fan of your car, so I'll take a picture.
So please allow me to take you out for a coffee in the car.
Yeah, I look forward to that on the 24th or the 25th. I'll speak
100%.
to my team which day he's free.
Yes.
Accordingly, we can go. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And since you're coming for the concert, anything that you would like to share about the concert for the fans, Kavita ji, just so that.
I'd like to say one thing, that this is a very special concert because Pyare Bhai is one of the last living legends of that generation. And Pyare Bhai is going to be on stage. For me, nothing else matters. What we sing, nothing. If I was there, I would just come just to see Pyare Bhai, to see this great man,
Wow.
the kind of arrangements he has done in the song. And this man at this age is going to fly across from India all the way to Australia.
True.
And he's going to come for it. So if nothing, just to give him a standing ovation, all Bollywood music lovers should come. They should not think of the money that they're spending or that they're so busy doing something else. Everything should be postponed. If you're a genuine Bollywood lover and you have loved Lakshmikant Pyarelal songs, you should be there because Lakshmi ji is not there. He died an untimely death in 98. You should be there just to give a standing ovation to the
100%.
phenomenal work these people have done. And they've given songs of Rafi Saab, they've given songs of Lata ji, Kishore Da, Manada, Mukesh ji, to you all. Some of the best songs of their careers have come from these music directors. So if you love music, that's one thing all Indians must learn to do. It's not just sit and do free download and free stream at home and listen to songs and say, no, they must make the physical effort of going and showing respect to the artists when they come to your country from a long way, especially when they've crossed the age of 80. And they've crossed the age of 80 and they've done it. So for that reason, I would like to tell your audiences, please.
And even otherwise, Kavita ji, even if it's not the age, even otherwise, it's our duty to show support.
Yeah, but I'm also saying because of that, and then Pyare Bhai is on stage and, you should see the way he's looking at his musicians and he's the only one who knows they've made a small mistake or not. But he's listening to his percussion and you'll see him looking at the person. And every beat he's doing this, like the beat has to come there. And he's looking at his violinist. At this age, to see that kind of dedication, it's quite amazing. And he's really, really one of the genius arrangers of this country. I would say even people like ARR has learned from Pyare Bhai and R.D. Barman about arrangements.
I'm sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There are people like Ilayaraja, ARR. Ilayaraja, Pyare Bhai and R.D. or his father's generation. I'm sure he would have been inspired by the way they've arranged. So for that reason, I feel people must come. Even if they
100%.
don't hear Kavita Krishnamurti, even if they don't want to hear Amit Kumar, even if they don't want to hear Sudesh Bhosle, it doesn't matter. Please come to pay respects to this great man who belongs to the era of the greatest generation of Bollywood music.
Beautiful. We will be there. And then as part of this podcast journey, Kavita ji, all the fans connected with me, and I also have this fan base called I Love ARR community. So it's across the world. All fans from almost all the countries are connected. So from Australia, we will be there to support and show our respect.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm grateful
So,
for that.
Kavita ji, thank you so much for blessing my podcast, and so amazing to talk to yet another devotee and get the blessings most importantly, and then it means a lot. And thanks for making my little dream come true. This journey would not have completed without you on this.
Thank
So
you
I
so
want to
much.
say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
It's Baba's blessings, and I would like to say Sai Ram, and
Sai Ram.
may he hold your hand all through your life and be with you all through your life. What more can
Thank
we
you so much, and looking forward to seeing you in person. And coffee and ride confirmed.
If you wait for a minute, it's a little dark, but I'll show you. I'll show you this. It might.
Sure, sure.
I don't know if there's enough light. I'll see if I can put enough light. And can you see this? No. How can I
Yes,
show
I
this
can.
to you? I have to show you this like.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, wow, so beautiful. Yappa.
Yeah, he's in a big shape here.
So good. So good. If I was there, I would have touched the feet. And I have this habit. In the picture, enga patalo, I will go touch the feet. And so I do this.
Absolutely great, and I look forward to meeting you in person and wish
100%.
you best for your programs again.
Thank you so much, Kavita ji. And I'll be sending some chocolates and stuff like that as a little thank you. This is only my way of showing my gratitude.
It's because I've given up sweets, so don't give me anything. Just pray to Baba that he holds my hand. Don't give me chocolates because I don't eat.
Of course, of course. Okay, I'll send something, not chocolates. Okay.
Don't send anything. Just
No, it's just
give me a cup of coffee on 23rd. That's good. 24th, it's good enough.
100% done. And a ride in the car. Okay. Okay, bye Kavita ji. Thank you so much. Bye. Paklam. Sai Ram again. Sai Ram. Bye.